Hi, howdy, welcome back. It's been a couple days since I posted anything to my channel. If you guys did not get a chance to see the video with me and my friend discussing foundation, please take a look-see. Today's topic is some of the products that in the past I have tried that have just not worked out for me. And actually I think all of these products are still available to purchase, and it's not that they're bad products, it's just they did not work for me personally. And I thought I would just give you a rundown of some of the stuff and some of the problems I've had in case you guys are curious or interested in purchasing it. Also, if this is your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit like. If this is not your first time, feel free to reach down and hit subscribe and then like. Whichever makes you feel comfortable. You don't have to do either, whatever. It's just if you do, more people get the opportunity to see me, and I really do enjoy talking to people about this stuff. Most of the people in my life are actually men and they don't want to talk about any of this. Okay, our first product of today is, I don't know if any of you have heard of this, it's called the Estee Lauder Resilience Multi-Effect Night Cream. Like it's just a night cream. Hold on, I would keep that lid in there just because I'm like retentive. Like, I had gotten this, I do buy some Estee Lauder stuff here and there, and I had gotten a full-size sampler. Like this is a full size. This is not even like a partsies. This is a full size. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And only to discover that this night cream breaks me out. Like I've had worse night creams, but this night cream specifically, while it soaked in better than some, just kind of broke me out. And also, if you're looking at how broken out my face is, I am an essential worker and I am required to wear a mask at work. So it seems like the more I'm wearing this mask, the more my face is breaking out where the mask sits. So actually the breakout is not from this. I'm just letting you know this is something I've tried that didn't work. It's from the mask. It sucks. But I don't know if anybody else has had better luck with this Estee Lauder Resilience Multi-Effect Night. It's a tripeptide face and neck cream. It, like, the regular moisturizer was okay and the eye cream was okay, but the night cream was just too thick. Like it broke me out, and I don't know what about it caused me to break out. I'm thinking it was just too thick. Like it did soak in okay compared to some other night creams, but did not do it well enough to avoid the breakouts. I ended up using it for about a week. I broke out, I stopped using it, thought, okay, maybe it's a fluke, or maybe it's hormones or stress, so I made sure my skin cleared up, tried it again, and bam, right back to the breakout. Not great. Okay, our second object on our list is, I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of this, Charlotte Tilbury's Beach Stick. Now, this is a series she did, and she still has a couple of these out. I know she's discontinuing the bronzer. Like, it is a cream-based blush / bronzer, so you can also use on your lips. Like I guess she does like a mystery box 2-3 times a year, and I got this in a mystery box. This is not something I would normally purchase for myself, but this came in a mystery box, and I was kind of excited to try it, just because honestly the mystery box paid for itself with the rest of the stuff that was in the box. This was almost like a freebie. Yeah, no, put it on here, try to do it as a blush, and you pat it down, because see, like you put it on and you do this, and it does not blend as well as I would like. And if you happen to be wearing a foundation, the foundation ends up all over this, and this doesn't stick to your skin. Like it doesn't even look blushed or anything. Like it's one of those things where you literally have to use it on naked skin, which is okay. I mean, if that's your thing, but if you're using it on naked skin, it's got to pad out a little bit better than what this does, because as you can see, you can still see the streaked line that I put in. So it's a miss for me. She is discontinuing the bronzers. I know she is supposed to be coming out with a brand new bronzer series, so I'm kind of excited by that. She still has the blushes, and I believe this is one of the ones she's discontinuing. It's for Formentera. I mean, if you're into blush, I mean, give it a go. but for me, this was just a fail. The third one I have on here is, yet again, a Charlotte Tilbury product. And the only reason she appears on here more than once is because I do use so many of her products. Like, I do enjoy her products a lot. But there have been a couple misses in the line. Like, I am a diehard for her eye makeup. But this, her night cream, this disappointed me. If you go to her website, if you go to the site for her makeup, you are going to see that 99% of everybody who tries this loves this. Says it does wonders for their skin, and that, you know, they look so refreshed in the morning and they look good. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to try that. So they actually have, it's their eye cream, and they will send this with the eye cream, or at least they did for me. Broke out hard, broke out by the next morning. This stuff never sunk in, it never absorbed, it never sunk into the skin in any way. It was like sleeping under a veil of Vaseline. It was bad. Like, I ended up getting up in the morning, yanking my pillowcases off, changing the sheets, because you could see what looked like greasy smear marks from this stuff. And I did not overuse it. I did not use that much. It never sunk in. And even my husband was like, what is that? Like, you shouldn't have to strip your sheets off because of a product. I mean, I kind of wish I was one of the 99% that really liked this and that it worked for, because I am looking for a night cream worth of crap, but it just didn't work. Okay. Now, the next two, I don't have the physical object in front of me. I ended up returning one of them. It is the Clarins Comfort Lip Oil. Clarins is not a cheap brand, and it's supposed to be basically like a comforting lip oil that's also got a little bit of color. And I tried it, was like a really peaky color. I was like really attracted to it, and it was very sticky. Like, I understand gloss and oil tends to be tacky on your mouth, and there's a certain amount that is normal for that. The Clarins Comfort Lip Oil, well beyond. I kind of felt like I was trying to pry my lips apart half the time, and then on top of that, it gave me acne along the lip line. And I ended up returning it to Ulta. Like, I had bought it from Ulta, and the woman that was running the counter at the time said, yeah, they actually saw more of that returned because of acne than most people would ever expect. So I was not alone on that one. That was nice to know, but I was not willing to take the loss on that. That was just too expensive. It was like $26, but I was treating myself because I had just had like this promotion at work, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get myself that. Did not keep it. The next one I bought back in August, and I ended up throwing it away, and I kind of kicking myself in the keister for not returning it, but I just got so mad at this product. I was finally like, and threw it in the trash can. NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. Basically the NARS eyeshadow primer. It goes on like this whitish clear color. You put it on, and it's supposed to be really tacky, but you've got to let it dry on. And the first couple times I put it on, I thought I had done it wrong. Like, my eyeshadow just creased so bad, and everybody's telling me it's got to dry, it's got to dry. My last straw was when I let it dry for 20 minutes. Like, I applied it, got dressed, got ready for work. I went to go put on my eyeshadow. It had been 20 minutes, and it was still wet. It never dried down, but the primer itself creased. Like, I didn't even have eyeshadow on, and it was already creasing everywhere. I was like, what the? Like, that was my last straw, and I think I tried with the NARS over and over and over again, and it was... After about 2 weeks, I gave up. I threw it away. I was so mad at it. And it had gotten all of these amazing reviews on Ulta and on Sephora of, oh my goodness, this is just like the greatest. And my eyeshadow looks so great. And all I could think was, yours did? Like, how long did it dry? Did yours dry down? I mean, I know there's a difference between wet and tacky, but mine never dried. So that one I threw away in anger, and I'm kicking myself for not just turning around and taking it back to Ulta after 2 weeks. I mean, that should have been long enough for me to just be like, no, this is crap. I'm not doing it. So yeah, no. The next product is a Charlotte Tilbury product. It's called Legendary Brows. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Legendary Brows. I understand where she was going. It's almost like a mascara wand that you use to apply coloring to your eyebrows, so you're filling in spots that are light or missing. Because if you're like me, look how pale these eyebrows are. Like, these don't show up worth a squat. Let me see if I can find it back there. I will show it to you guys. There it is. Oh, no, I am just... There it is. Sorry. This is it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. And I literally bought this because you can't see my eyebrows. Look how pale these are. This is the darkest they've ever gotten in my life. That's it. So I bought this and I'm thinking, okay, because you know, all the demonstrations online, it looked awesome. And I ordered it in a color called Bridget. It's the palest color she sells. It's supposed to be for blondes. This is what the applicator looks like. Actually, the applicator is awesome. And I really do, like the way it applies really, really works. It really works. The problem is, as pale as I am, as blonde as I am, her palest shade still made me look like Charlie Brown. Like my frustration with this was I spent good money on this. And this is why it did not work for me, is because if I cannot wear it out in public, if I cannot look like not a cartoon character, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to use it. I still haven't found an eyebrow thing like this that matches, or at least, should I say, works for my hair color, like is not so overpowering that makes me look like I drew black Sharpie eyebrows on, but goes with a blonde, just a couple shades darker, not brown, but not. So this was yet again a product that did not work for me. I really, really tried. I tried multiple times. I have a friend who insists she thinks this looks good, but it just doesn't. It does not look right. And then my last product that I'm going to tell you all about that did not work for me personally. Like, it's not a bad product, but it's not something I like. It's not something that I think really is working. Now, you guys know I do like Tom Ford, but I don't own a lot of Tom Ford because Tom Ford is expensive. Much like Pat McGrath, I love the stuff. I don't own as much as I would like because I'm poor. And it is not cheap. It is luxury pricing, and I understand that. I mean, there's no getting around that or away from that. It is what it is. So I don't own a lot of it. But I had purchased this one. I actually found it on a sale and I was like, oh my God, Tom Ford on a sale. I'm gonna get it. It's called Seductive Rose, number 12, Seductive Rose. These are the colors. Not too bad. I mean, he came out with it like a year or two ago. It's not bad colors. The problem I have with this, and he does this with Golden Mink. He did this with his newest quad, Arabesque. And it's something I absolutely hate it when he does it. And this is part of why it does not work for me. Like me personally, I know of some people who just love it when he does this. But I'm like, what the? These right here. These are topper shades. Let me show you. We have, this is our base. Yes, it's in theory a really pale pink, but most of the time it looks like a shade of white. And then we've got our, this is what frustrates me. This is a topper coat. You see how pink this looks in the pan? Pigmented this looks. Like, I think I've only worn this quad once or twice. I got so mad at it. Glitter went everywhere. Another topper shade. That's what annoys me. Topper shades, they look so pigmented in these pans. They look like they are giving you so much color. Reality says, as you can tell by this, and I will hold up my arm. See, that is the next topper shade. And then here is our last shade. Now, it's supposed to be soft. It's supposed to be feminine. I'm going to turn down the lighting a little bit to see if I can get the topper shades to point out for you a little more. See how pale they are? See how non-pigmented they are? He's gotten a couple of these like this. Like the two topper shades kind of makes me feel like I'm getting ripped off. Like it's something you apply over the coloring. Like it looks super pigmented. It looks like it's gonna have color. And then when you try to apply it, it's basically like colored glitter. Like not even really pigmented, colored glitter. And I'm not against glitter. Glitter has its place. Like I love Charlotte Tilbury's Celestial shades. But this doesn't even really show up on a person's face. It covers your cheeks in glitter. Like, I was really attracted to the Arabesque Quad when it came out in the spring. The color was this vibrant pink and this beautiful goldy yellow. And then I watched a couple of reviews by like Michelle Wong, I suck at names, Mel Thompson, and a couple of others. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, even they're having issues with it. It's nice to know I'm not the only one going, it's not staying on my eyes. It's not really giving me any payoff. Why would I bother? I don't need cheeks covered in glitter. I'm not 12. So for me, that was one that did not work. Now I kind of regret buying it, but it's not something you can really test swab when you find on discount. I wish you could, but I don't think I would have bought it. Honestly, I don't think I would have gotten this one, which is a shame because the other two colors actually are really, really pretty. Like you can do a really, really soft look with it, but in this case, I basically have to pull out another palette or another quad just to make this pay off in any format. Not worth it. Okay guys, that is actually my short list of stuff that just did not work for me. Like originally I was gonna say like 5 things, but then I'm like, why not just show you what I've got on hand or what really comes to mind? Feel free, write down in the comments. Tell me the stuff that doesn't work for you. Tell me if I am alone in some of this stuff because there is no way I'm the only person that has a problem with some of this stuff. I can't be. Or if there's a product that just doesn't work for you, I would love to hear what it is. I mean, there's got to be something where you're going, why did I buy it? Why is this so popular? This doesn't work. Okay then, everybody. Remember, this is not over yet. I've heard some places like LA is having their stay-at-home order extended by 3 months. Oh my God, the state I'm living in is actually in the middle of opening up in stages. Illinois is set to open at the end of this month. I think Michigan and Wisconsin are set on the same timeline. I'm not positive. I haven't heard much about them, which is weird because usually you hear about all 4, like Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois all together. Like they all do everything together. Haven't heard much about them. So remember, we still have to wear face masks, stay healthy, social distancing. Only do it if you need to, like as long as it's essential. And please be kind to your essential workers. We're trying, swear to God, we're trying. But there's only so much we can do with not much. Okay? Thanks everybody. Have a nice night. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.